Hast du Tabak? Ja, willst du ha ägg?
Bitte. Dankeschön. Ägg, ja. Kanskje i morgen.
So I would just like to take a brief moment to thank my Patreons who support the channel and help make these videos possible for you all to enjoy. Thank you. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Feldpost Sunday here on the World War II History and Reenacting YouTube channel. Well, it's Sunday again and it's time to see if there's any Feldpost. 3, 2, 1. Kein Feldpost. Well, don't worry. As I always tell you, the Reichspost always delivers. Yeah. We have an envelope and a box of cat food. Must be from a fellow collector. Let's do the envelope first. Do you think it's World War II field kitchen related? Possibly. And it is. Let's have a look. That was empty. Yeah. That's a nice one. Very cool. The field kitchen itself is positively identified as a große Feldküche, HF11, based on several different features and details. Firstly, this section of storage compartments are only found on the große, or large, field kitchens. The cone-shaped smokestack and dual-lid coffee kettle, with the pressure relief valve on the kettle itself, situated between the two lids, positively identified this as the early HF11 model. The iconic artillery-style wagon wheels, barely visible behind the soldier, further confirm this to be a regular horse-drawn example. Laying across the kitchen is the iconic, specialized and over-engineered wooden field kitchen stirring paddle with measuring scale, allowing the field cook to not only stir, but to quickly judge the amount of contents in both the coffee and the main cooking kettle. We can see the main cooking kettle here, with the lid secured in its open position. One of the field cooks, seen here wearing a white cotton twill work uniform, is filling the mess tin lid of a waiting soldier with the large field kitchen ladle. Both the hungry soldier and the ladle are barely visible, but you can clearly see the long handle of the ladle here. Based on these stitching lines on this soldier's field blouse, I'm fairly confident in saying that he is wearing the initial, unmodified 1933 pattern field blouse, with appropriate collar tabs sewn onto a dark field grey fine cloth backing. The two white parallel branch of service stripes denotes infantry. It also features a pair of correct long and slim pointed field grey shoulder boards with the number 79 embroidered in white thread, signifying that the soldier belongs to Infantry Regiment 79. This soldier appears to be wearing a late 1934 evolution of the 1933 pattern field blouse, with a dark field grey fine cloth collar and shoulder boards. Also note that these are slightly shorter and wider in comparison. This NCO could be wearing the 1935 evolution of the field blouse, as the collar and pointed shoulder boards appear darker than on the 1934 evolution, as opposed to the fine dark field grey wool cloth of the 1934 modification. The collar was replaced in September 1935 with a darker bluish-green insignia cloth collar. The first pattern bright breast eagle insignia is also evident on all of the field blouses. The Unteroffizier must be hungry, as he is already sampling a spoonful on the move, only a few steps from the kitchen. Also note that all the soldiers are wearing M35 field caps with first pattern cap eagles and cockade insignia on light color backings, along with the white soutache piping indicating the infantry branch of service. A quick search of the unit in Lexikon der Wehrmacht reveals that Infantry Regiment 79 was formed on the 1st of April 1936, so we can safely date this photograph to around that time, the late pre- to early war period. But based on the uniforms and the state of that spotless field kitchen, I think we are somewhere close to 1936. Also note the young kid in the background. Alright, let's take a look at this box. That smells familiar. Got some bubble wrap. Nicely packaged. You guys ready for this? Nice. Brinkmann Tabak. Some dry tobacco right there. We have another one. And another one. And another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. And another one. Think that's it? That's it right there? Ha! That's not bad. Very cool. This is an original, unopened 50-gram package of World War II era fine-cut pipe tobacco under the brand name Translanta Spezial from the Martin Brinkmann Tobacco Company in Bremen, Germany. We have previously featured another Brinkmann tobacco product on the show, the seemingly more rare 50-gram packages of Brinkmann Stolz fine-cut pipe tobacco. So, go back and watch episode 22 if you are interested in learning more about those. The pack measures approximately 9 by 7 centimeters and is 3.5 centimeters thick. It is made from medium-weight card stock with an outer off-white paper wrapping printed in dark blue ink. The paper is also coated in a thin transparent plastic-like waterproof layer. The front design features the MB Martin Brinkmann logo and the brand variant Translanta Spezial. At the bottom is a continuous blue band wrapping all the way around the pack, with the repeated phrase Brinkmann Tabak, or Brinkmann Tobacco. Both sides feature the MB logo attached to a blue stripe with white lettering, reading Steuerbegünstiger Feinschnitt, meaning tax-favored fine-cut tobacco. Above is the tobacco content weight listed in grams, and below it states that the tobacco is intended for use with short pipes. On the bottom, we again find the brand variant Translanta Spezial. On the back it reads, extra long and mild, fine cut blend with oriental tobacco. On the opposing side it reads, new type of specialty freshness preserving package with duofan coating, referring to the transparent, moisture-resistant, plastic-like coating mentioned earlier. The green-colored tag seal features the embossed Third Reich eagle, and also includes the cut, weight, and the taxation class, or tax value, of the tobacco per kilogram. This particular tax-favored fine-cut tobacco has a tax value of 12 Reichsmark per kilo, which was a common rate for this type of tobacco. The seal served as official proof that the tobacco tax had been paid in advance by the manufacturer. Companies were required to purchase these government-issued tax stamps directly from the state and affix them to the packaging in such a way that opening the pack would break the seal. Without a proper tax stamp, the product could not legally be sold. To ensure that the working class and soldiers could afford tobacco despite the economic strain during wartime, certain types were classified as steuerbegünstigt, meaning tax-favored. This made them more affordable than higher-end luxury blends. On the top it reads, Hier öffnen, which simply means to open from this end. This tax seal also features an ink stamp for the Martin Brinkmann Company in Bremen, located on the top end of the seal. These 10 identical packs of Translanta Special were recently found in a large cache of German World War II period tobacco here in Norway, and I was fortunate enough to pick up a handful of these beauties. So as you can see, there is still stuff out there, my fellow collectors, so keep your eyes peeled, expect the unexpected, and stay frosty, because you never know what may turn up next. Hast du Tabak? Ja, hvis du har egg.
Hast du tabak?
Hvis du har egg, ja.
Du prater godt norsk.
Ja, ja, gevisst. Bitte.
Dankeschön. Egg, ja. Kanskje i morgen.
Hva arbeider du med?
Skogsarbeider.
Ah, i Deutschland. Jeg også arbeider i skogen. Men nå, peilestasjon, telegrafist.
Jaså?
Har du sett noen verdektige personer her i skogen?
Nei, ikke her, men borte med Vennesla. Der så jeg 2 skumle karer som meldte politi.
Godt, godt. Det er mange farlige personer i skogen. Vi har oppdaget en illegal norsk radiostasjon.
Åssen greier er det, da?
Vi har peileauto, og hver dag har vi spioner i skogen. Snart en radiostasjon kapot.
Lykke til, da. Jeg skal skape egg, jeg. Kommer du litt ofte?
Ja, hver dag. Ja, hva skal jeg si? Vi er på flyplass og langveilig.
Kjedelig.
Kjedelig?
Kjedelig.
Kjedelig? Ah, lass das sein.
Jeg synes du er jævlig god i norsk, jeg.
Meinst du wirklich? Det er et skjønt språk. Kommer du hit i morgen?
Jeg skal forsøke. Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Kjedelig.
So I really hope that you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future World War II related content. If you enjoy my videos and want to support the channel, please consider supporting me on Patreon and help the channel grow and keep the content coming. So I really hope that you enjoyed this episode of Feldpost Sunday, and if you did, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on the next episode of Feldpost Sunday. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, auf Wiedersehen. Rauchen. Hast du Tabak?